Hi, this video is going to be somewhat of a public service announcement. I'm going to talk about fake actual plays, fake actual tabletop role-playing game sessions, here in YouTube or anywhere else. I think this video is going to be most useful for those that are trying to get into the tabletop RPG hobby, or those that have just started to play tabletop role-playing games. Perhaps even for those that have been playing for some time and they feel frustrated when they see those fake actual plays and they think, why aren't my games proceeding like that? If you want to take a look at real actual plays, check out my actual play or check out the actual plays of the role-playing Knights of the Round Table. You will find their channels in the front page of my channel or in the channels tab. You will see that in our actual plays, because it's actually a session, a tabletop RPG session, there are going to be some moments of hesitation, perhaps someone stutters a bit. There are going to be some minor imperfections throughout the session. That's how tabletop role-playing game sessions usually happen. But if you look at those videos from the larger companies, I'm not going to mention those companies. I want you to figure out who those companies are. You can probably think of two. And those companies, they are actually presenting episodes. Now, a lot of you are already aware of this. That is, they are kind of like an episode of a TV series with scripts, with actors, with scenes. If you pay close attention, you can see how they cut from scene to scene. They make it seem quite smooth, like the game master is giving the description, but you can see that that's just the audio that was recorded before. And then you can see how they are cutting scene to scene. And you can notice that the participants, rather the actors, in those fake actual play sessions, they never stutter, they never hesitate. And when they actually present some sort of clumsiness, it's poorly acted, in my opinion. I think that's a failure of the ones that are writing the script, perhaps the director. They should introduce more errors in those fake actual plays to trick people better, because they are kind of like con artists. So if you're just getting into tabletop RPGs, don't think that's the normal way in which an actual play session proceeds. Don't feel discouraged. They are actors. Now, I don't know if these are shills or if they're actually people that are not very intelligent, but you will see in those actual play videos they're like, this is actually masterclass in how to run a tabletop RPG. No, it's a masterclass. Well, to a certain extent, they are not that good as actors. It could be considered a class in acting, in performance, in carrying out a fake actual play, but it's not a masterclass in playing a tabletop RPG. Like I said, there are some sessions here in YouTube. Check out my actual play or check out the actual play of any of the members of the role-playing Knights of the Round Table. And not all of them produce actual plays, but I think that you will find a lot of useful examples, positive examples. And there are going to be errors. There are going to be moments. You really need like a really good group to connect. In my case, I think in my actual play, I think the stars aligned because the three of us participating there in that actual play, I'm incredibly impressed with how things proceeded. That is, despite some stuttering, some hesitancy, the player characters both, when it comes to me as a game master and the players as player characters, we were always in character, immersed in the experience. So this reminds me a bit of that situation with martial arts as presented in movies, because perhaps my younger viewers will not know that a few decades back, martial arts weren't exactly a thing in movies. It was only when a lot of more, knowledgeable people were introduced to the movie world, to Hollywood, that you started to see all of those Bruce Lee films, the 80s ninja boom. There were so many ninja movies. Of course, there were a lot of crappy movies, but you had some like cheesy, cool films. You also have like the Kung Fu series that also brought the mysteries of the Shaolin Temple and all of that. So that's when martial arts became popular, but there were a lot of people that were not familiar with actual combat, let alone martial arts, and they started to think that the images, the scenes, the scenarios presented by Hollywood, that's how real combat proceeded. So if they actually got into a physical confrontation, they had a very rude awakening. It was not like this neat choreography, real battles. If you take a look at different street fighting videos here in YouTube, you will see how a normal fight on the street proceeds, even real life real life or death situations. So I think the same thing happens with tabletop role-playing games. Some people that are new to the hobby or that haven't been able to pierce through that illusion, through that veil, they could see this fake actual place and they could be thinking, oh, that's how tabletop role-playing games usually happen, with such perfection, perfect diction, and they move from scene to scene flawlessly and they never hesitate, and it's all acting. Look for the real actual plays of channels, usually the smaller channels here in YouTube. Those are the real deal. That's the difference between a Hollywood actor that perhaps learned some martial arts until brown belt or whatever, hopefully not in a McDojo, and a real killer in real life. So yes, I hope this video was informative, if not entertaining. Let me know your own thoughts on this. Have you seen many fake actual plays? What do you think about them? And what do you think about real actual plays? Let me know in the comment section, please. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for your likes and your comments. If you have any other questions or comments, please let me know. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player, like in the case of the fake actual plays. Once again, thank you and see you later.